Guys, time is running out for the spot Bitcoin ETF, and as the days goes by, even the hours goes by, more and more people are starting to panic that the spot Bitcoin ETF is not going to get approved on Wednesday, and they are starting to sell their bags. Guys, today I am going to talk about what you need to know as we're so close to a spot Bitcoin ETF decision right now, the stuff I need to show you, and why altcoins are taking a massive beating right now. Is this going to continue? If you're holding any altcoins at all, guys, you will want to watch this video. I will let you know everything you need to know going into these first few days of the week where you are going to get that ETF decision for Bitcoin. So welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it, guys. And what you can see on the 4-hourly time frame is that you know that in yesterday's video, I was talking about this triangle formation, how we had a trend of making higher lows, but we had equal highs because we were being rejected every single time here of my orange line here on the resistance point. So you can see it very clearly. And what I said yesterday is that we're gonna have to make a decision here. We are either going to have to break through this to the upside, or we will need to break this towards the downside. So this is the point at which we were gonna have to make that decision. So what we saw is we saw the bulls making a try here to try to break above the orange line up here at 44,200s. But we did, well, first, actually, let me rewind that. So first you saw a big try by the bulls here, boom, got rejected. And then you saw actually the bears try to push us down here. We went down to 43,700. The bulls took control and pushed us once again inside here and actually above. So we managed to get a decent try to break above this point here at 44,200. And then again, the bears took control and boom, straight down here. And we find ourselves below it right now. Although the bulls have been trying to, again, make a push here and been trying to push us above here, but we got rejected once again of my orange line. So this pattern and this kind of thesis has now played out. Now let's see what the next major Bitcoin move is going to be. Now there's a lot of things to unpack here. I'm going to talk about altcoins and why they are down and what I think is going to happen with altcoins and Bitcoin moving forward. However, one thing I will say is that the spot Bitcoin ETF, we need to get a decision by probably Wednesday, Thursday at the very latest. That is the deadline, the hard deadlines that the SEC has. And the longer we go here, guys, the longer we go and getting closer to that deadline, the more you are going to see people start to take profit here for Bitcoin. Because right now, the people that were buying Bitcoin in anticipation of the spot Bitcoin ETF and then looking to dump on the day of the spot Bitcoin ETF approval or decision at least, those people that are expecting the spot Bitcoin ETF to get approved, the longer we go without it getting approved, they will start to get shaken. They will start to say like, okay, maybe we're actually not going to get the spot Bitcoin ETF approved. And instead of waiting until the deadline, which is depending on when they're going to do it, but the latest, I would say Wednesday. So instead of waiting until Wednesday, if they think that the ETF is going to get approved or denied, it really doesn't matter. But what matters is that they had the intention of taking profit on that move when you get the decision. Instead of waiting for the decision, more and more people are going to start to take profit, which is a good thing, honestly, because if we can see some, potential more dumps here for Bitcoin as we're getting closer to that deadline, I want, and I've been saying this multiple times, I want the Bitcoin price to be as low as possible. My dream scenario, if I could choose myself, guys, I know this orange box, this red line is super strong, held up the Bitcoin price multiple times here, especially on the daily time frame. If you look at something like this, you can see how strong the orange box here, the red line even is. But if I could, I don't think this is going to happen, but if I were able to make a choice myself, I would have loved for Bitcoin to go down to something like $38,000. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. Well, if the ETF is denied, it could happen. But other than that, at the point in which you're going to get that decision, I would have loved for Bitcoin to be at $38,000. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I have been saying that I don't think that anything like that is going to happen. My base case has always been for the orange box up here to hold up the Bitcoin price, which it has been doing so far. But the lower Bitcoin is at the point in which the spot Bitcoin ETF is approved or denied, for that matter as well, the better for Bitcoin, because then, all of these asset managers are going to say, hey, look, when we launched the Bitcoin ETF, we went from $38,000 to $45,000. Oh, you need to jump in right now. Time is running out and such. And the ETF is going to be a kind of long, constant buy-in pressure for Bitcoin, which is going to be amazing. And the lower we are, I do not mind, because I do know, in my opinion, that Bitcoin is going to reach higher prices eventually. But just to make it clear, guys, I do not think that we are going to go down to these incredible low levels. However, I do think that as time goes by and the longer the ETF decision drags on, the more people are going to start to slowly get out of their long positions here, which is going to add some selling pressure for Bitcoin. So we need to be prepared for that. But I'm not expecting anything like completely crazy unless you see that decision itself, in which you are going to have massive volatility. And I laid out my strategy, exactly what I think is going to happen, in my previous videos. Now, for Ethereum, you can see that Ethereum has actually had a quite juicy drop here. We almost went down to the very low for Ethereum here. We actually went down, we only are above like 3.3% from the very massive crash you saw for Ethereum right here. But on the daily time frame, we're still meeting support here of my orange line, which is to be expected here. You can see how many times it has supported the the Ethereum price, and how many times it's been rejected, the Ethereum price, on the daily time frame. So I continue to watch this, and I'm going to talk about some trades here as well moving forward. So stick around with me, guys. For traditional markets have opened up a little bit red, so starting to slowly roll over here and seeing some more downside for traditional markets. So that is also something we obviously need to keep our eyes on, especially as we finally are about to have that resolution of the spot Bitcoin ETF decision. The traditional markets are going to start to influence the Bitcoin price even more moving forward. Now, let's talk about altcoins, because altcoins during the last 24 hours have seen some quite juicy drops. And if we look at the week, you can see that many altcoins are down like 20, 25, 30%. And for the last day, they are down between 8 to 15%. So altcoins are seeing some massive sell-offs right here. And it's for a couple of different reasons. For the people that believes that the spot Bitcoin ETF is going to get approved, they are now unwinding their altcoin positions and getting into Bitcoin, because if it is approved, Bitcoin is probably, during that small period of time, going to outperform altcoins. However, let's talk about scenario if the Bitcoin ETF is approved. What you will then see is the people that have been selling right here, that got into Bitcoin, awaiting for that spot Bitcoin ETF approval, riding the Bitcoin profits to the top, they are then going to start to add to their altcoin positions again. So really, if the Bitcoin ETF is approved, I just expect this to be a big bounce for the altcoins. I expect these sell-offs to become massive greens once we also see that Bitcoin ETF being approved. Of course, if we see a drop, then everything is going to get hammered. Bitcoin is going to go down, and altcoins are going to go completely. They're going to get completely wrecked, guys. So that is something that you need to be aware of as well. And altcoins really are at a key point. If you look at Ethereum to Bitcoin, and you can see that we are at the key point. It's basically 0.05 of a Bitcoin. One Ethereum is 0.05. If you look to the far right here currently, and this is a big psychological level, also a big support level, because you can see we've been bouncing off of this level a couple of times. If we manage to lose this, then the next stop is really 0.42, which is quite a juicy drop. If Bitcoin stays flat, that is 16% compared to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin could stay flat, and if we lose this level, Ethereum could underperform by 16%. Now, for the rest of the altcoins as well, if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, I'm going to show you a couple of key charts right now. The Bitcoin dominance is currently sitting at 54%. And if you do not know what this is, basically the Bitcoin dominance shows us how strong Bitcoin is compared to the rest of the crypto market. And you can see we had a big pump the last week here. Bitcoin saw a massive regain of dominance here. And if we break through this, guys, to the upside, and a spot Bitcoin ETF being approved could be the catalyst here, then I'm expecting a big pump here and then a wick as people are then taking profit here on Bitcoin and putting it back into altcoins. You cannot really go back on the charts here, but hey, you get the understanding. So that is what I believe is going to happen. So I wouldn't be too worried if the Bitcoin ETF is approved and you see Bitcoin start to run and the altcoins start to fall behind, because it's gonna take maybe a day, maybe a week, maybe a month even, but then altcoins are going to regain a lot of that strength. And if you look at the altcoin total 3, which is basically altcoins, you can see that we're also sitting at a key point here at 450, what is that, 465 right now, but we got supported off of the orange line right here. So if we lose this level, then that's another 7% in underperformance compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum even. So let's keep our eyes on this, guys. And also what I will say is that during this volatility that you're going to see on the day of the spot Bitcoin ETF decision, I'm going to put a lot of buy orders here. I'm going to put one small buy order here at $42,000 for Bitcoin, another one right above my orange box right here, above 40, right about like 40,200. And then I'm also even going to add, just in case we see a denial or you see a massive drop, whatever happens, I'm going to put some lucky orders here. If they get filled, they get filled, but I'm not expecting these ones really to get filled. But I'm going to put some orders there as well. So that is for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, same thing here. I'm going to put some buy orders here on these orange lines here, on these support levels, just in case. If you see a big drop and then a wick, I think that is going to be a massive, massive thing. As you know, guys, that is actually what we did also right here, right? Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, it was one of these. I don't know if it was this one or if it was this one. Maybe it was this one, actually, where I had some orders here for Bitcoin at my orange red line up here. I even had at the bottom of the box here. And then as Bitcoin went down, this happened so fast. All of these orders were filled, and then I had a big bounce here and I took profit. I think I made like $25,000 or something like that. As you know, guys, you have my trading document here in the links. So you can click, boom, all my trading history, and you can find this actual trade I am talking about here. If you just click on, let me just show you real quick, all my trading history, you click on this one, and then let's go down here and see which one it was. I think it was this one actually, made $37,000 in profit. So if you click on this one and you click here, yeah, it was. So why does it say $37,000 when the profits and loss? I think this is just a typo. I will have to check this, guys. But what you could do is you could just click on this link right here, and then I go through the actual trade. That's strange. I will see what this is about. Maybe the link is wrong. I will see. Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. The exit is $37,000. The profits were $9,000. Okay, that explains it. So let's go back to Bitcoin. I just wanted to show this, that if you want to learn more about trading, you should just go to the document, click on any one of these trades. I show you when I enter, exit, I talk about the trades and everything else here. As you know, guys, we are aiming to go to $1 million from the initial $4,000 we've been using here. And I'm showing you all of the process here. I haven't even been adding the profits we have on the bots here currently. I will talk more about the bots here in a bit. But yeah, one thing I will say though also, guys, if you want me to show you these support levels and resistance levels for your favorite altcoins, maybe you want to know some ranges in which you could buy some or put some buy orders if we see a massive drop for your favorite altcoins, let me know down in the comment section, guys, and I will go through them. Hopefully tomorrow I will go through some of those altcoins as well. Another thing when it comes to the altcoins, there is one massive whale that has borrowed, he has done a kind of weird thing. So he's using Ethereum and USDC as collateral, and he's borrowed a lot of Bitcoin, probably for the spot Bitcoin ETF, right? So then it's going to unwind this. However, this is dangerous because the liquidation price is right now just under 0.05. And as I showed you, the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio right now, if I go here, is currently 0.0505. So it's very close to reaching a point in which this whale could potentially start to get liquidated. And that is not a small amount, guys. It is about $64 million that could get liquidated if Ethereum starts to or continues to underperform Bitcoin here. So that is one thing we need to be very, very aware of as well. You could see an unwinding event here on Ethereum for Aave. And I do think, just like I talked about previously, in that case, you're going to see an unwinding. You're going to see Ethereum have a big unwinding and then a big bounce. So I do think that buying at some of these levels is going to make sense. That's what I'm going to do, guys. But of course, not financial advice. Moving forward, we have some more information about the spot Bitcoin ETF. So decision, it's likely we are going to see that decision on Wednesday, unless the SEC pulls off something saying like, oh, we need more time or whatever. But then they will get into a lot of legal trouble as well. So base case is at the very latest Wednesday, you are going to see a decision for that. But just like I said, the closer we get to Wednesday, which is the hard deadline, the more people are going to start to take profit as well on Bitcoin, in my opinion. So we will see, but be prepared for that. And then he's saying that the ETF itself could actually launch on Thursday if you get approval on Wednesday. So that is also something to be aware of. And you do have, it's going to be interesting to see how much money that these ETF providers already have lined up for the ETFs once they get approved. Now, finally, quick talk about my strategies here. You can see, and this is massive, as Bitcoin is going down, as Bitcoin is going sideways, we just reached 200% profit on the Bitcoin cycle bot, which is absolutely insane. And many of these bots are continuously doing great work, adding more profits every single day during this volatility. So volatility is really helping these strategies. One thing though is that the Ethereum cycle bot is still stuck on a big position here. We need to see a big pump for Ethereum for this to take profit. So that is something to be aware of. Manage risk, manage your margin, make sure to not get liquidated if you're also holding big positions here. But other than that, I am very welcome to volatility here, as these bots are going to do a tremendous job capturing that and making more profits. So for BitGet, you can see also on BitGet, we have 170% in profit here in just 2 months here for the Bitcoin cycle bot. We have crossed also the Bitcoin fast bot has crossed 100%. So that's absolutely fantastic on my first account. On my second account, let me see here. Second account has been running for 34 days. And yeah, you have between 25 to 45% in profit here as well. So let's keep our eyes on those. Of course, if you want to use these trading strategies, guys, make sure to go to the description of this video. On OKX, you have up to $60,000 able to be claimed. Click on this one, click join now, and then with one click, you can set up each and every one of those bots right here. For BitGet, you can click on this one, sign up, get up to $8,400, and then click on one of these links. Well, this one is full, but this one still has spots. It's going to take you here. Click subscribe, click on whichever bot you want to use. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.